Different game types, platforms, and genres need different characters and different animations that go with them. We can support a wide variety of rig types here in Unity, and Unity will recognize the rig type on import. I've selected the boy character and gone to the inspector window and into the rig section. What we can see here is that this boy, and actually all the characters in our game, are marked as generic animation types. What this means is that this rig type does not use an avatar for animation and does not support remapping of animation easily. Drop down under animation type and we can see the different rig types available. There's none in case an object doesn't have a rig associated with it, but there's animation that's come across anyway. Legacy rig types are used by animation components and are not a part of this courseware. The characters in our Zombie Toys game are marked as generic rigs and don't support avatars for animation. And finally, there's the humanoid rig. The humanoid rig supports inverse kinematics and retargeting and uses avatars for animation. When we mark this rig as humanoid and then configure it, we'll see a change. The humanoid rig has certain requirements for it. It's geared for characters that are imported in a T-pose, as many humans or similar bipeds are. In the humanoid rig, we'll define the body, arms, legs, different joints, and where the hips and spine are, and this will allow us to support inverse kinematics and retargeting of animation if we need from motion capture or another source. I'll click Done and change this rig back to a generic, as it's not meant to support a humanoid mapping. The humanoid rig type is beyond the scope of this courseware. All of our characters should come across as generic. In case your characters aren't showing as generic, you can select them, and in the rig section, make sure that the animation type is set to generic and click Apply. Here's our clown. Now what we can see here, when we look in the animation section, is that it's got a move and an idle. What we can see here, when we click play, is that it's got a very simple rig structure. We can tell this from the way it moves. It's simply got a side-to-side bounce in that move, and in the idle, just bobs forward and backward. Again, this is a generic rig and not meant for humanoid mapping or retargeting or inverse kinematics. Now that we've taken a look at our different import controls, rig types, and how animations come across into Unity, we'll start to segment out clips and get our animations ready in Animator controllers, creating state machines for use in our game.